Hi, I'm Samantha Stowell Carroll, and I'm going to be discussing post hoc fallacies. Post hoc is Latin for after this, therefore because of this, basically meaning if one thing happened, then it must have caused the second event to occur. In this example, the tweet claims that the only reason Cam Newton scored the touchdown was because Greg Olsen was injured, implying that Cam Newton only has the talent to score a touchdown if Greg Olsen isn't injured.
Not a bear in sight. The Bear Patrol must be working like a charm.
That's specious reasoning, Dad.
Thank you, honey.
By your logic, I could claim that this rock keeps tigers away.
Oh, how does it work?
It doesn't work.
Uh-huh.
It's just a stupid rock.
Uh-huh.
But I don't see any tigers around here, do you?
Lisa, I want to find your rock.
Where was the fallacy in Homer's argument? The fallacy in Homer's argument is when he assumes that there's no bears because the city had implemented Bear Patrol. This is faulty cause and effect, as shown by Lisa, who claims that her rock prevents tigers because there's no rocks in the city. In this example, Tasha owns a pet rabbit. One day she changes the food that she gives her rabbit, and the rabbit suddenly gets sick. She takes the rabbit to the vet and explains what happened. The vet examines the animal, looks at the old and the new food, and tells Tasha that it's not likely that the food is causing the problem. So how do we identify a post hoc fallacy in an argument? First, we have to identify the cause and effect relationship. We can see in this example that Tasha explains the rabbit got sick after she changed the food. So how can we correct this? Consider other conclusions or add evidence to make it valid. Also, don't confuse sequence with cause. The new vet has done an x-ray and found that her rabbit has ingested a piece of electrical wire from their home, which is likely the cause of her illness. The x-ray provided evidence to support the claim, making it valid. Correlation equals causation. Correlation is a mutual relationship, and causation is the action of causing something. This is an incorrect claim that explains post hoc fallacy. Correlation equals causation means two events correlate to each other, and one event caused the other. Take this example. I have an iPhone 8, and when the iPhone 11 came out, it started to freeze. My phone started freezing because the new iPhone came out. First, we're going to identify the cause and effect in the claim. The cause and effect in the claim would be my phone started freezing because the new iPhone came out. So how can we fix this? We can gather more information which would lead us to find out why our iPhone slowed down. Why is post hoc problematic? Post hoc is problematic because they make the argument invalid and they are drawn from the wrong conclusion. Post hoc fallacies create an invalid argument because it only assumes that the event that happened first caused the second event to occur without providing evidence. We can make the argument valid by providing evidence to support our claim. Often post hoc fallacies draw the conclusion that lacks the evidence. In order to fix this problem, we must consider all conclusions and pick the claim with the most evidence and the strongest support. In this example, we're going to determine post hoc fallacy using a graph. So we're going to have a statement that states because people who were awarded doctorates in computer science like aggregate comic books because they're nerds. This statement implies that because people who have doctorates in computer science that like aggregate comic books are nerds. So how do we fix this? We can either draw a different conclusion or provide evidence to make the valid claim. If we draw a different conclusion using the evidence that's shown in the graph, we can say that because there was an increase in people who were awarded a doctorate in computer science, there was an increase in aggregate comic sales. In providing evidence, we can say that because 50% of individuals who get their doctorates in computer science make up aggregate comic book sales, and that they have a positive correlation as seen in the graph. So the graph fully supports both of these statements, as you can see, because they both go up at a positive correlation. So we have three claims. Claim number one states that over time the climate has slowly increased, therefore climate change is real. Claim 2 states that the Xbox One launched first, then the PS4. Once the PS4 launched, the Xbox got slower, therefore the PS4. Claim 3 states that Sam's favorite color is blue, so she isn't very smart. Claim 1 is valid because we can find support and provide it to make our claim strong. Claim 2 is invalid because it assumes that the PS4 correlated with the Xbox to make it slower, assuming that because the PS4 came out after the Xbox One that it made it slower. And claim number 3 is wrong because it assumes that because Sam's favorite color is blue, so that she isn't very smart, which isn't valid evidence. So to recap post hoc fallacies, the definition of post hoc is that it's a claim that if one thing happened before another, then the first thing must have caused the second. The problems that come with it is that it makes invalid claims which lack evidence and chooses the wrong conclusion. Solutions could be make the claim valid. We can make the claim valid by drawing more evidence and getting more info. And we can choose the solution that provides more evidence, which is a stronger claim. To identify the post hoc in an argument, we identify the cause and effect relationship, which is usually the post hoc fallacy, considering that it's an assumption that between two correlated events.